I'm getting a little bit tired and I just need to go a little bit of this liver. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the ZooCast. Today, we have exciting things to get on with. Guys, make sure you stay tuned because, oh my god, we're doing so much cool things right now. This is like a really exciting recording session that I'm doing here. Corey, how can we do this for you? Let's have a look. We might have to just change this out here on the road. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll put it next to him here. That probably makes more sense. Oh, that's not really what I wanted to do. We'll put another light next to him. Is that going to work? Yeah, that'll do. And I've just got to put like a little sort of like this with like one missing. Caution, not a real donator. And he asked for that, so there you go. That's for you, Corey, man. I know you requested it, so now you have a not a real donator sign, which actually I think is pretty good. We managed to stop the rain as well by having a little sleep overnight, which is awesome, awesome news. Now, as you can see, we're going to be doing quite a lot of renovation work, which is actually really exciting because what we're going to try to do is, I'm going to have to do a lot of this off of camera. I can appreciate because it's going to take a little while. But I wanted to just make sure that you guys have an episode's worth of at least a sense of kind of what we're trying to do. And I'm going to just sort of like take out the walls like this. Because essentially, to make these rooms nice and usable, it makes a lot of sense for us to... I can actually throw away this NPC wand. Oh no, I've got plenty of space actually, never mind. I was going to throw away some things to make some more space for picking up iron blocks. But I've actually got plenty of room, which is good. It makes more sense for us to make these rooms a lot more usable. Now, as you can see, the best thing for us to do here is probably to follow the line of the road. So if I say, for example, we were gonna run along here, I kind of feel like the wall would be here, like this, and then it would go along to here, and it would go down this way, right? So as you can see, a lot of these glowstone blocks are being covered up by doing this. But the great thing about having walls like this is actually we have these glowstone blocks and we have the ones that are underneath, but I've obviously covered those up because I was just using this as a demonstration. We missed one. Is that one? Yeah, we missed one here. Whoops. At least we found it now. And then you can see how like this is going to be a little bit darker sort of like here, and it's going to be too dark on the other side of the world. Well, that's fine, because whenever we're doing it in the wall like this, what we do is we break that up. We put down just a piece of cobblestone or whatever on the floor. Doesn't really matter. We can fix that as we go. And then the actual light up blocks that go all the way along here as well, and here as well. Just take these glowstone blocks out. Put down just cobblestone or whatever on the floor that's not going to be seen, and then large glowstone blocks. So as you can see, I'll finish this off so you can see how the wall's going to work here. The wall is just going to cut straight through on the part where we need it to be. So now this is looking really, really good. And I know that there are a couple of ones we haven't done yet. So for example, the wall is stopping on a corner piece here, which is fantastic. We put a block down, which brings those blocks up, puts them in our pocket. We put that down, and there we go. Another fantastic line. Same thing here again, and then same thing here again. So I'm going to do a lot of this off of camera, as I said before, because it's a big task, and it means that I'm going to have to sit down and work it all out. But rather than having this kind of like curve, which is not really very workable with, we're probably going to run it like this instead. And then this is a way of getting into like just a nice little area that we can work with. We'll take off these chests, obviously. And then we can always change these out a little bit more if we want to. So we can always make them slightly larger or slightly smaller, or we can make them slightly different. I think the best thing for us to do is actually physically make all the walls. And then once we've done that, we'll have a really good chance to be able to just see kind of how the whole thing looks overall, because it's really difficult in Minecraft to sort of like visualize it until you've actually built it. But I think having the sort of the lighting just sort of pop up a little bit, in places means that not only can we have like extra lighting kind of coming through the walls and stuff, but it also means that we can do things like here, where there isn't a light on the other side, and here as well, where actually they really need a little bit of light there because it's a little bit dark. Like it's even darker when you take those blocks out. But we can now put in some lights like this, as you can see, and then that wall is going to come out as well, and that's going to go right to the edge. So again, I'll have to recopy what I'm doing up the top there as well. But we're just essentially trying to make this like just much more usable spaces, which I feel like by doing this we are definitely doing. So I hope you guys agree. So if I just go along all the way along here, now you can see that that actually has like really nice amount of like brightness and light to it, which is really good. We could essentially, if we wanted to, we could cut this a little bit sharper and have it kind of like cut through here instead. And all that changes by going that way instead is it just adds a little bit of a difference in size to the actual exhibit like that we're working on. So that would make this part a little bit larger and then perhaps this part a little bit smaller. But as I said before, it kind of works out really well, I think anyway. I think it's going to look really nice. And it also means that when we kind of work on all these different rooms, we can be really sensible and look through and go, right, so where do we want the actual like doors to be? Because I know, like, for example, we're going to have a door here because it makes sense to have doors every time there is a break in the road like this. And then we're also going to have a door here. So then where we have all the doors put into our world, there's going to be another one here, obviously, means that we can then use that, the door system that we're using and the road system that we're using to govern the size of the rooms to make sure that they are usable, functional spaces. So hopefully this is making sense to you guys. It's like one of those concepts that you have to kind of like visualize to be able to see and to kind of work with. But that means, for example, here we know that there are going to be lights here, here, and here. So that kind of like guarantees that we put blocks in. And then the same thing happens on this bit here. The wall is going to come out this far, which means there are going to be blocks there, there, and there. That one has already been put in, so we take it out, we put that there, and then we go light, 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 like that. Perfect. So I think, actually, that's going to look really good. I hope you guys agree. So we're essentially looking at a room, perhaps a little bit smaller than this, but then you could imagine that we could quite easily, if we had the wall coming to this part here, if we changed what we were going to do and have it like a little bit thinner, then the wall would go to there, and then I'll just use some cobblestone to give you an example. And then if we have a wall here, like this, then this is a very usable space, as you can see. And then that could quite easily be like a little storage room or something. And then the ones in the corners can quite easily have a different consequence. Like, for example, this one, we could actually cut that a little bit thinner, like this, and then we could quite easily make a few rooms, like here, or even, because this is obviously going to be where the corner part is, we could have rooms coming off of that way instead, and make sort of like some larger rooms around this side. So there are plenty of different opportunities for us to make some really interesting sort of spaces. What I think I'll do is I'll finish like this side that I've started working on here, just so you guys can get a sense of how it looks, and then we'll come back for the next episode. And then once we've done that, we'll have a really good sense of how this whole place looks and what we need to do to make it just be a really, because that's what we're aiming for, is a really special, really kind of awesome space that you wanna get involved with, and have each room have like a really good purpose to it, and you know, I want that to be sort of visible. So we'll definitely be doing that. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope this has all been exciting and enjoyable, and you can see kind of like everything that we're doing here. We're going to take a quick break whilst I just do like this half of the visitor center, just so you guys can get a really good sense of the spaces that we've got to work with. The sun, she is setting, and it's a shame, but that's totally fine. We're also going to have to redesign this whole sort of like staircase area, but we had to do the same thing last time we were using this visitor center as well. So yeah, we'll definitely be working on that and making it just just an all-round, much more enjoyable, much nicer space. And I think you guys will agree it's going to look pretty damn awesome. So, as I said before, guys, thank you very much for watching today's episode. Don't forget to like the video if you did like it. Subscribe, please, if you loved it. And when we return, I'll have half of the visitor center kind of like set up roughly, and then you guys can tell me whether or not you like the look of it, and just get in touch in the comments. And if there's any ideas that you guys have, if there's any other things that you would like to see, and any sort of like other designs for rooms or anything like that, please do feel free to show me and let me know, because I'm pretty excited about doing all that kind of stuff. So yeah, until next time, guys, I've been Caf of the Cafcast. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna have a little sleep. I'll see you all next time. Oh, well, apparently now that's a glowstone bed. Fine, whatever. I'm just trying to. I just want to sleep, please. I want to have a little sleep. Please. Okay, I can't. Apparently, I can't sleep in there. I can't sleep in there either. Is it too dark? Is it? Oh, okay. No. You've been watching the Cafcast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to us if you like what you see. That way I'll know to make more, and that you really like me. So, you've been watching the Cafcast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos.